Now, many people see being high value as driving expensive cars, having 10 to 12 businesses, side hustles, having every woman drooling at the mouth. But I would argue that a lot of these things are the byproduct, not the source. Being high value isn't about waiting until you have achieved all your goals or until you have all the shiny toys and fame. And all those shiny achievements, the six figures, the six pack, the status and fame can all be traced back to the habits that you demonstrated long before. But first, what makes me even remotely qualified to talk about this? Let's run it back. I went from working at a job in tech that I absolutely hated. I used to basically cry before Monday mornings because I was so stressed at that job. I absolutely hated it. I got fired 3 months later. I spent 11 months unemployed, sending out applications every single week, did not get a single interview. I felt like a total failure to my parents, myself, because I just spent 4 years on a degree and had nothing to show for it. Fast forward 1 year later, I have a remote job that I absolutely love. I built an audience of over 200,000 people. I travel regularly. I've sat in rooms with literal millionaires, brother. And I've achieved this sense of financial stability where I feel comfortable to invest a portion of my income sustainably at 23. On the fitness side, I went from constantly making excuses, never making progress no matter how much effort I put in, to building a lean, athletic physique that I'm actually proud of. I went from going to the club every weekend, chasing temporary thrills, girls to fill this void in my chest, to devoting my life to Christ, serving in my church community, and finding my purpose in God. I went from always competing to be the best option, never having the courage to be myself, always feeling like I had to wear this mask, to loving with intention and building the relationship with the right kind of woman. First thing, step 0, you need to switch your mindset. Value comes from being, not having. I always like to use this example. Who do you think displays higher value? A narcissistic crybaby who was born into a rich family, never worked a day in his life, but he inherited $1 million. Or the guy who was not born into a rich family, who's self-aware, who worked on himself, did the internal work, grinded and sacrificed his way to his first $100,000. Your current state, whether it's in your finance, your fitness, or your status, is not the benchmark. It's the values you possess and the character you demonstrate. Because this is what's gonna set you up to produce those fruits of success. You ever heard that saying, don't chase girls, chase money, because then the girls will come to you? I'm gonna take it one step further. Don't chase money as in the number. Focus on instilling the proper habits that will just so happen to pave the way to wealth, and focus on that. So for each of these fruits of success, I want you to focus on instilling specific values in yourself. What do I even mean by values? Let's look at wealth, for example. I boiled it down to 3 main ones: discipline, wisdom, ambition. And if you're ever confused on what counts as a value, this is what I like to use as a test. I am a man of X. I'm a man of wisdom. I'm a man of discipline. I'm a man of integrity. For this next part, I literally want you to download it into your brain. Your values create the framework of your character. So think of this box as you. Each of these little boxes are values that you hold, and all of those values added up together create the framework for your character. Now, the only way for you to actually build that character, the only way to do that is with your habits, and the habits have to match those values. And when you do this consistently, only then will you be able to produce the fruits of success. So if discipline is needed for wealth, how do you build financial discipline? Well, if you're trying to make money, then you're definitely going to want to choose one passion or skill and stick with it until you reach your financial goals. That could be a skill like sales. For me, it was content creation. I made myself a promise that I was going to commit to posting content for an entire year before I even thought about quitting. Or what about the value of ambition? How do you build that? You want to build a habit of setting goals out of your comfort zone and taking action. And I could go on and on this topic, but if you want a free PDF that kind of outlines those, I left the Google Doc in the description. Just open that in a separate tab. But we've all seen those men who have a lot of money, but when they take their shirt off, they look like a melted tub of butter. So let's talk about another fruit that people like to chase after, and that is a good physique. Now, I could slap a workout routine on the screen like every other creator, but that really wouldn't do you any good. And I recognize that there are plenty of other creators out there who have more gym experience than me and are probably better suited to teach you that. But what I will do is solve an underlying problem that is preventing you from seeing progress in the gym and actually achieving those gains that you want. Many people have a problem with finding motivation to work out, and they think the solution is to simply be more disciplined. It's not. Yes, discipline is a part of it, but it's not the whole picture. Imagine 2 people are trying to build a reading habit. One person keeps their book at the back of the closet, it's under their shoes. They have to fight through all this clothing to get to it. They think to themselves, they just need more discipline to get through those obstacles to get to the book. But the next person, they keep their book on their nightstand. They have a handy little night lamp, and they make it very easy to read their book before they go to bed. Who do you think will actually build a consistent reading habit? The second person, because they removed all the tiny obstacles that make it easy for them to say, maybe tomorrow. The same principle applies with your fitness. Yes, it's important to build discipline, patience, self-control with your eating habits, right? But do not rely on willpower alone. Instead, make it so easy that it actually feels stupid to delay it. An example from my personal life, when I was working at that horrible tech job, by the way, I would take my gym clothes with me to work, carry them with me on the bus. I'd keep it under my desk. So when I was coming home, I would actually go straight to the gym because I would have to pass my gym before I got to my house. So that made it really easy for me to stay consistent in the gym because I was making it easier. I was removing the tiny obstacle of having to go home first and then go to the gym. Now, you may have heard the phrase, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And this might be one of the most sought after fruits of success, because most people want to feel important like a celebrity, and I'm no different. You don't want to be the person who's riding on somebody else's coattails on the way to success. You want to make your own way. But what are some values and habits that pave the way to the right kind of status? Because there is a good kind. You don't want to be the guy who has the money, who has the nice physique, but people only know you for being a jerk. The right kind of status is about being someone that people can trust and look up to. It's more about character than clout. When you picture a man of integrity, you probably think of someone where their word is their bond. They're committed to doing the right thing even when no one's looking. Similarly, if you say, I'm a man of wisdom, well, you make good decisions, give valuable advice, and know when to speak and when to listen. Some of y'all really struggle with that. If you say, I'm a man of humility, then you should be able to admit when you're wrong. You're always trying to learn from other people, and you focus on lifting others up instead of putting them down. These values create natural leadership and respect that will last way beyond the superficial stuff of alpha this, sigma that. You get what I'm saying. Remember, status is not about where you rank on social media or how you measure up against others. It's not a competition of followers or who has the most expensive car. I want you to let your achievements speak for themselves and let your character speak for you. That's what's going to create lasting impact and genuine respect, because people can always see fake confidence, the fake alpha male mindset, the people who hide behind the material stuff. If you set yourself apart and you let your character speak for you, let all those achievements do what they want to do. Let your character, let the person you are speak for you. People will genuinely respect you. I also want to warn you of a common mistake we men fall into, and that's something I like to call the glass armor. There was once a time I liked this girl. I was really young. I wanted to hang out with her all the time. I wore my heart on my sleeve. And one day, one of her friends asked her, hey, how do you feel about Tara? And she said, I would never date him. Ouch. But instead of sitting in that, I used it as fuel. I said to myself, I will make her and every other girl on this planet regret the day that they didn't want. And I would do that by becoming the absolute best version of myself. I researched how to be more confident, how to make more money, how to dress better, look better. And slowly but surely, I was armoring myself. I was looking more put together. I was looking more attractive, more shiny. But at the end of the day, the glass armor is still see-through. And when it cracks, and trust me, it'll create new scars and bring more pain than it ever protected you from. Why? Because it wasn't made from the right material. I looked more flashy on the outside, but changed nothing on the inside. But how do you use the right material? It all comes down to where you root your identity. Is your identity rooted in how much girls you can get, how much money you have, proving to the world that you're actually worth giving a shit about? And if it is, you need to ask yourself, is that how you want to live the rest of your life? If you want to solve the real problem, separating your identity from these superficial things that the world and society tries to tell you is important, and become a man of substance who genuinely loves himself without feeling compelled to wear a mask and hide behind these things, living a life of fulfillment rather than survival, make sure to leave a comment down below and I'll make a separate video on how you could start. And if you like this video, you're definitely gonna like this one, so I advise you check it out. That's all for me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.